Now, tax administration for companies. What does this chapter means, or what we are going to learn in this chapter? See, we knows companies are paying their taxes on TTP, 19% on TTP. But when they are required to pay, is they are going to pay in one short payment, or they are allowed installments? Which date they must submit the return? Which date is the last date for the tax payment? These things are the core topics of chapter number 18, which is tax administration for a company. Okay. First thing is, what is a return? Sometimes some students told me, sir, return means sales return or purchase return. Huh? What is this? We are discussing tax, not in financial accounting. Here the returns doesn't means sale or purchase return. Here return means this is a form. In VAT also we discussed that what is return? Return is a form, a format in which we are writing all our details about that particular topic and submitting it to the company, to the HMRC. For the companies, the return name is CT600. The return is called CT600. CT600 means a return in which companies are filing their TTP. Yani all the workings of TTP and all the computation of calculation of income for companies and 19% corporation tax liability are done in a paper or in a format which is known as CT600. Got my point?
Got it.
Now, one thing is submitting the return. Submitting the return means providing details to the government. Second thing, payment of the amount due, which is showing in the return. Both are different things. So first of all, we are going to discuss when we need to submit our tax returns for the companies. So you can see companies, we don't have tax here. Companies, we are working as per accounting year. So if the accounting year, for example, is 31st December 21, the accounting year is this. When this company need to submit the return, exactly the same date, exactly the same date, the same month, but after 12 months, means next year. This will be my return date. Return date means this, by the maximum this date, company has to submit its details to HMRC. For example, if my year end is 31st March 2020, and if I ask you that please tell me when is your due date for return, the maximum allowed date to submit the return in this year end, what it will be?
31st March 2021.
31st March next year. Any month and date will remain same, but the year will be next year. Got my point? This
Got
is known as standard return date. This is known as the standard return date. But sometimes government need details from you earlier. Earlier means government is asking you to submit the details now. Maybe you are suspicious, they are suspecting you for any tax evasion, any tax frauds. So they will send you a notice. You have, for example, your case is this one. You are required by law to submit the return by not later than this. But if government send you a notice, you can say on 1st of January, after very next day of your year end, 1st of January 2021, government sent you a notice that, hey, please submit your return. So you will tell them, Excuse me, I have 1 year. I am not submitting. Go. Khaliwali, I don't care. No, you will not say this. The second point is, if government is asking you that, hey, submit your return, you have only 3 months. The 12 months provision will be wiped out, and you only have 3 months to submit the return. So the return date by default is same date, same month next year. Or if government is sending you any notice, so after the issuance date of notice, you have only 3 months to submit the return. If you will not file your returns on time, definitely you are going to get penalties and fines and interest or something like that. Any problem?
No.
Do you note it down? One more thing, that the returns for the companies must be submitted online. There is no offline, or there is no go to office and submit option in the case of returns for the companies. Okay. The next thing is this green box. This green box is very important. Just now we discussed company's year end, you have 12 months. But what about a company which have more than 12 months year end? We know long period of account, right? In corporation tax,
Right.
part number 4 or part number 5 video, we discussed that one as well in detail. The long period, what we are doing, we supposed to split it, right?
Yes.
How we are splitting? For example, it's 15 months.
So first 12 months and then the rest 3 months.
Very correct. Very true. 12 months and remaining. Remaining in this case are 3 months. Am I right? So
Right.
how the return will be filed? For example, 15 months to 31st December 22. These are my 15 months period. Okay. So what I will do, the submission date, the return, how many returns first of all I need to submit? We have one long
Two.
accounting period. We have one long accounting period, but we split it as per our requirement of working 12 months separate and remaining month separate. So what we should do? Remember one thing, we should submit the return on the same date. This is the long year end, no? The date will be same, 31st December next year. You saw? The return date will be same. The return date will be, hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. So we won't take the reporting day for 12 months.
No, we will not do like that, that the 12 months return date will be separate and remaining 3 months return date is separate. No, there will be only one return submission date. Yani the filing date for both periods will remain same, which will be the 12 months after the end of long accounting period. Yes, there is one thing. In this date, we will submit return number 1 and return number 2. Return 1 will be for this 12 months and return 2 will be for this remaining 3 months. Yes, there will be 2 returns, but the submission date will be 1 for both of them, which is same logic. Same logic means end of long accounting period, same date, same month next year. Got my point?
Got it.
Now I need you to just read the green box. You can see the green box at your screen now. First, if you want to note it down, note it down.
I noted it now.
Okay, let me remove it. And I need you to just read the green box, please. and see anything different is written over here, or is same what we discussed?
For a long period of account, example exceeds 12 months, two returns are required. One for the first 12 months and one for the balance of the period. But the filing date for both return is 12 months after the end of the long period of account. On the filing date, the company will file one tax computation, one set of the financial statements, and two tax.
Two tax returns, one financial statement which is 15 months year end financials, and the date is the same date. Got it? If we are using if you are using computer and if you are a programmer, how you will program it? Yani, in order to submit the returns, there should be a link, there should be a language which is supporting the tax return submission. This language is known as IXBRL. What is this? This is simple theory, no need to ratify it, just it's an integrated software application which is integrating the tax system with your computer, your desktop, your mobile application, and helping you out in order to return, in order to submit the details to government, or in order to file the return. In Pakistan, we have Iris, the software called Iris in Pakistan. In UK, this software is IXBRL. What is this? The item to be tagged are those which appear in taxonomies. HMRC has published minimum tagging list for UK GAAP, UK IFRS, and corporation tax computation taxonomies. Yani, simple is that this is a system which integrates you to HMRC, which helps you to submit the details, the returns, file the returns from your desktop or from your mobile to the tax authorities system. Okay.
Okay.
This is not a very important thing, but now the important thing is coming. The language is not, the language XIBR is not very important. The important was the return date, and now the important is when we are going to pay the tax. What is the payment date? We know the filing date, right? Filing date means I am writing, you can see it. Hello, Usma?
Hello.
Yeah, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Return filing date, we know 12 months, right? After the year end, or it can be a period end as well if it is long accounting period, but a 12 months is the same. But when we are required to pay the tax, for example, my year end is 31st December 21, my return filing date will be same date, same month, but 22, right? This is the date by which I must submit the data, I must submit my records to government. But when I should pay the tax? When I should pay the tax which I am reporting. In the return, you are reporting government that, hey government, this is my tax amount. But when I required to pay it off, so there are two options. The option depends on the size of your company, and the size of a company is defined as large company and not a large company. Large company and not a large company. Tax is saying this, not tax is not saying small and large. They are writing it large companies and not a large companies. So there is an amount written in between. You see the amount? How much is this? Hello?
1,500,000.
1500,000, right? 1500,000 is the benchmark. What is this 1500,000? This 1500,000 is known as augmented profit. If you are trying KIT, sometimes you stuck with some questions where they are giving you augmented profit. So now after
Yeah.
today's class, inshallah, you will know that what is augmented profit, especially in MCQs, right? Augmented profit is calculated as this formula. You know TTP? You are aware of TTP, right?
Yes. Taxable trading
Of,
profit.
of course, yes. Now tell me, we are calculating corporation tax liability on the basis of TTP, right?
Right.
Yani corporation tax 19% always throughout the course it will be multiplied with TTP, right or wrong?
Right.
And dividend is an exempt income for the company. Am I right or no?
Yes.
But here we are calculating augmented profit, which is completely a different working. Okay, this is only to find out the size of a company. This working, augmented profit working, is just to find out sorry, find out the size of a company. Just we will add TTP and dividend. The answer will be known as AP, and AP is my augmented profit. And the dividend, which dividend we will get? There are two types of dividends. One is from group of companies and another is non-group companies. So group and non-group we knows. So non-group company means in which we are not having any investment. And investment percentage, you know, when a group creates, if we are getting dividend from non-group companies, this dividend is going to add in TTP and the answer will be AP. Augmented profit has nothing to do with the calculation of corporation tax liability. Corporation tax liability 19% will only applies on TTP. Augmented profit, why we are calculating this? In order to find out the size of a company. If augmented profit is greater than 1500,000, it's a large company. And a large company is allowed to pay tax in four installments. How much? How they are paying the tax? Payment of
And
tax,
for
corporation tax liability in four installments. And if a augmented profit of a company is less than 1500,000, is not a large company, and there is no installment allowed for them, they are going to pay the tax, or you can say the due date will be 9 months and 1 day. 9 months and 1 day after the end of accounting period. Accounting period. 9 months and 1 day after the end of accounting period. Give me one more minute before you ask any question. Just assume this example, no? I wrote this example for you, right? Just assume it's not a large company. It's not a large company. Not a large company. This is the year end, right? We have the year end. What will be my payment date? 9 months and 1 day means January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. September 30th is my 9 months. 9 months and 1 day means 10th month first day. You can remember or memorize it in this way as well. 10th month first day or 9 month and 1 day. In the tax, in the Finance Act, government wrote in this manner, which I just wrote it down, complete 9 months and 1 day. In the example of year ended 31st December 21, the 9 months will be in September and the first day of 10th month will be 1st of October 22, which is my due date to pay corporation tax liability. Why? Because this is not a large company. That's, you can say, we are just done with how not a large companies are going to pay their tax liabilities. Any questions? Please note it down. What we discussed is for not a large companies, but now we will move forward and we are going to discuss about uh, large companies. Okay, how to calculate AP? We just know. You have question number one. I need you to read it, please.
Zachary Limited has taxable total profits of 1.4 million pounds in the year ended 31st March 2022. Company also received a dividend of 103,000 pounds from another UK company in which it holds 5% of the shares. Zachary Limited was a large company in the year ended 31st March 2021. Calculate Zachary Limited's augmented profit for the year ended 31st March 2022 and explain if the company will be required to pay corporation tax by installments.
Okay, now first of all, after you read the question, I need you to can you tell me the augmented profit of this company? Then we will decide is it a large or not a large. Augmented profit formula is
Taxable total profit minus dividend.
TTP plus dividend from non-group, right?
Right.
So TTP is how much? Is it 1.4 million? Year end is given. Dividend, is it from group of companies or not a group? In order to
Not a
take
group.
a group of company, the percentage is 75, right or wrong?
Right.
So is it 75 or less than 75?
Less than 7.
So it's a non-group company. It's a non-group company's dividend. We are going to add it. The AP will be how much?
150,300. 3,000.
Means large large company, right? Now my question is,
Right.
if this percentage is 75, it will be a group of companies, right? But you need to remember one thing. The relevant percentage over here is 51%. Is what?
51%.
If it is greater than or is equals to 51, it's a group. And AP working, we are not going to take it. In AP is working, the dividend from the group, we are not going to take, right? We are not going to take the dividend if it is 51 or above because it's a group. But if it is less than 50%, or you can say less than 51%, it's non-group and the dividend we will take. Okay, the percentage here is not like group relief percent. Here the percentage is standard percent. In order to take the dividend for AP, AP means augmented working profit, the percentage relevant is 51%. If it is 51 or above, the dividend will be ignored. We are not going to take dividend in AP's working. But if the percentage is less than 51%, which happened in this Zichari limited question, is 5%, we took the dividend as a part of AP working. Any questions?
No questions.
Hello?
No questions.
Okay. Now I will share another thing. This thing we already discussed when we were dealing with losses, group losses. But group losses need 75%. For group losses, the relevant percentage is 75%, either direct or indirect. But now in this topic where we are calculating AP, augmented profit case, the relevant percent is 51. If you read the requirement line of the required line, the bold one, just read it, see what's the difference, you can find out.
Explain which companies are related 51% group companies of stationery PLC and calculate the augmented profit threshold that will apply for the purpose of determining whether stationery is required to pay corporation tax like installments.
Now, which company will be 51% group company, right? This is not 75% group. This is 51% group, any augmented profit working. First of all, tell me, direct holding. Stationery is the one, right? Stationery will be
Right.
fine because he is the main, he is the parent. What about ruler? 90%, fine, fair enough or no?
He's with the group.
Sorry?
He's within the group related companies.
Okay, what about pencil?
Same,
Stapler?
same,
Rubber?
same.
Now, indirect holding 90, 0.9 into 0.55. How much?
49.
How much? Sorry?
49.5.
49.5. So, you will take it or no?
Yes.
Here is the percentage is what?
51%
So,
group
we will
company.
take or we will leave it?
Okay, leave it.
We will leave it, correct. What about fountain? 100 into 100, right? 100 into 100. How much?
100.
100. So till now, we selected all the green ones and we removed pen, right or wrong?
Right.
But we have some information here. This information, we didn't read it, right? We will read. We will read. But before reading this 1.5 line, I need you to tell me any questions what we did till now in question number 2, stationery limited.
No, no question.
No questions. I need you to read the first line. Rubber limited is a,
Dormant throughout the year ended 31st March
what is the
2022.
meaning of dormant company?
Meaning absent or not doing much.
Not active. Dormant company can never be part of group. Means if it either case, either uh, they are okay with the person, they will never be part of our group. So rubber, although it was green, I asked you not any questions, you said no. Now I am changing. Rubber, although is green, but I will eliminate rubber. I am going to eliminate the rubber. Why? Sir, the percentage is 51 above. It's a part of group. But bhai, there is an exception that in the group, dormant company can never be part of group. Any questions?
No questions.
One more thing I need you to read. This one, Stapler Limited. Just read it.
Fountain Limited was purchased on 1st January 2022.
This is
Stapler
separate. Stapler.
is located in the United.
Overseas, you know. This is overseas company, right?
Yes.
What we learned in group relief can be or cannot be.
They can
Overseas
be.
companies can be part of group. So Stapler will remain in our group. It's okay. It's US based company, but it's fine. foreign companies can be part of group. Any problem?
No. But that's for group companies for 75%,
Yeah,
right?
same rule which we had for 75%, same here, that overseas companies can be part of group. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, understood.
Now the last line which we missed, I am highlighting it. Which is this one? This one. I highlighted in gray color. Read it, please.
Fountain Limited was purchased on 1st January 2020.
Fountain Limited. We had okay 100%, right or wrong?
Right.
This company purchased during the year end. My year end is what?
31st March 2022.
Acquire acquired during the year end can never be part of group. If you acquire any company during the year for the same year, although the percentage is 100, although the effective percentage is 100, it's more than 51. But for the first year of life, for the first year of merger, for the first year of becoming part of group, the company cannot be group member. The group membership will begin from the next year. Yani, if you are acquiring any company during the year, for the same year, it will never be your group of companies. From the next year, means from the second year, it will be considered your group member. These are three exceptions. Any 51% group means more than 51 or more than 51 percentage of shares in a company. Dormant company can never be part of group. Overseas company, yes, they can be part of group. But if you are acquiring any company during the year of acquisition means the first year, they are not allowed to be part of group. They will be group members from the second year of their acquisition. That's it for the 51% group theory. Any questions, please?
No question.
Hello.
Yeah, no question.
Okay, note it down. You note it down.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Now I need you to tell me the answer of this question, which is flower limited. I need you to try it, please, and tell me the answer. Just tell me which is the 51% group. Yes, tell me the answer, please. Flower will
Okay,
be part, right?
flower. Yeah, flower
Daffodil,
will be a part.
yes. Daffodil, yes. Rose as per percentage, yes. Daisy as per percentage, yes. Tulip as per percentage, because we are searching for 51% group. So I am just looking the percentage. 100 into 100 is again 100%. So buttercup seems yes. All are yes, but now we knows that there are some exceptions. Daisy is outside the UK. Yes or no? Will remain or no?
She'll remain.
Remain. Daisy, okay, fine. What about tulip?
He will also remain
Why tulip will remain?
because this was prior the year
This
end.
is not purchased in current year, prior year, right? Prior year purchase will be part of group. So tulip will be part of group. Very good. What about daffodil?
It's a dormant
Government
company, so
company,
no,
so
it
we
won't
will
be.
leave it, yani we will not consider it. So the group will be flower, rose, buttercup, daisy, and tulip, right?
Right.
So That's the
Okay,
difference. Sorry?
but I do have a question.
Yeah, please.
Um, while trying to find the size of the company, so we are taking the dividends of non-group companies,
Yes.
right? And the
What we,
augmented
yes,
profit,
yes, I know. See, actually, almost all the students ask me the same question, which you will know after 5 minutes. That, sir, non-group dividend we are not considering. So why we are identifying group members? So we cannot take the dividend. And there is one more working which we will discuss in 2 minutes. Yes, Suzma. Now we will move forward and we are going to end this chapter. Almost many small concepts we discussed. Now we will compile all of them in big question. Okay. Now we knows that there are one date which is return submission date. Another date is the payment date. The difference between both dates we knows, and for the payment, either companies are allowed to pay pay tax in installments, or they are going to pay one shot, which is 9 months and 1 day after the end of the accounting year. Large and not a large, there is a difference. And dividend, while calculating augmented profit, we are taking dividend which are not a group companies, not a 51% group member companies dividend. If a dividend is coming from these green, which are okay, FRBDT, flower, rose, buttercup, daisy, tulip, these dividends will never be part of augmented profit. The dividend will be part of augmented profit, which is not from 51% group. That's what you asked me, I think, before 5 minutes, right?
right?
Now, how a large company will pay, what will be the 4 installments date, we will discuss with this question, which is ABC. I need you to read it, please.
ABC estimated that its corporation tax liability for the year ended 31st December 2021 will be £800,000. ABC has been a large company for corporation tax payment purposes for a number of years. State when ABC PLC corporation tax liability will be due.
See, there is no need to calculate AP in this question, but in order to remind you, I just write the format that this is a large company, they already mentioned, and we have to pay in 4 equal installments. The corporation tax liability is how much?
800,000
4 equal installments means, right,
divided by 4.
any per installment amount is will be how much? I will divide 800,000 divided
200.
by 4. Any problems?
No.
Now very carefully, what, how to identify the dates? We need to write the year end. We need to write the year end, and it should be complete year. 1st January 21 till 31st December 21. Am I right?
Right.
Installment 1, 2, 3, and 4. Amounts will be 200,000 each. What I wrote till now, any questions in your mind, please?
No, no question.
Except date, I just completed the question, right? Now,
Right.
the dates will be as follows: 7th month, and then 3 months, 3, 3, and 3. What is this? 7333. What is this? 7333. Very carefully. It will start from the start of the year. The installment counting will start from the start of the year. Look, For the not a large company, we started at the end of the year. But here, for a large company, it must be started from the beginning of the year. And the first installment will be on 7th month. The first installment will be from the beginning of the year, from the beginning of the year, and the 7th month from the start of the year will be the date of first installment. Can you tell me which month? Year started in January. 7th month is which month?
July.
July. You are right. The date will be 14, fixed date.
14.
The date will be
14.
14 is a fixed date. Okay. And then three months. July is done, no? So now 3 months, count 3 months.
October.
October, yani July is done. So August, September, October. October will be the third month. Then October is done. So November, December, January is the third
January.
month. Now January is done, written. So February, March, and April will be the
April.
third month. So that's how the installment dates will be written. The installment date will be 14th, and the first installment will be 7th month from the start of the year, not from the end. It is start from the year 7th month, and then third, 3 months gap will be there. And this you can say how a large company is going to pay its corporation tax liability in installments. Any problem?
No.
Note it down, please.
Done.
Now, a question for you. I need you to tell me the answer, please. In order to find out the date, you must write the year end in full format. The 31st March 22. It starts from,
1st April 2021.
and the installments will begin from the end or from the beginning of the year.
From the beginning of the year.
So first installment, the installment amount will be 500,000. No, it's 2 million. So 500,000 on which date? The date is very important. I am interested in date.
14th October.
14th of 7th month, which will be April, May, June, July, August, September, October. You are absolutely correct. What about the second one? 14th of,
January.
sorry,
January.
January. You are right. October is done. So November, December, and the third month is January. What about the next? January is written. So the third month is Feb, March, and
A-
April.
April.
What about next? April is done. So May, June, and
July.
July. Any problems?
No.
Yes, Susma. Any questions?
No questions.
Now I will write a small example. I need you to tell me the answer. Okay. If I says, what I says ABC Limited. This is the question. Year end is 31st December 22. Corporation tax liability is 100,000, and I will not give you corporation tax liability. I will make it a bit different. I am giving you TTP 500,000. I am giving you dividend from non-group companies 100,000. Okay, and I ask you
Okay.
due date, due date and corporation tax liability. Can you tell me? First of all, this company is large or not a large? In order to find out this, you need to calculate AP, right?
Right.
TTP is 900,000, dividend is 100,000, it's 1 million AP, which is
Less than 1,500,000.
below the threshold, means not a large company. Am I right? So the due date will be what? Your voice is not coming properly. The due date will be in installments or one shot payment.
For
Sorry?
the 14th date of the 7th month.
No, no. This company, ABC, in this question, this company is going to pay tax in installment system or one time payment.
One time payment.
One time payment will run from the beginning of the year or from end of the year.
From end.
And which month? 9 months and 1 day. Right or wrong?
One. Right.
Which is what will be the date?
First of October.
1st of October, right? 23. And corporation tax liability will be, corporation tax is 19% of TTP, right? Not AP. So we have TTP. We just apply
Right.
19% and we got how much? How much?
May you hear me? Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Is it 171,000?
You are right, 171,000. AP has nothing to do with the calculation of corporation tax liability. Till here, you found any complication in this question?
No.
No, right? Now, what I am doing, I will do one small change in this question. Just very carefully, I need you to look at it, okay? What I am doing, I am writing here ABC has three group companies. यानी ABC owns more than 51% shares in three companies. So, do this information will going to affect my answer or no? This is what
It
is the
can.
last topic which we are going to discuss in this video. Okay. Now, first of all, the thing you cannot guess it because you don't know this concept. Okay. First of all, what you will tell me is dividend is from non-group company, so it will remain here. TTP is okay. AP is correct. What difference if the information of group companies are there? We are going to discuss now. We are one, right? We are who? ABC. We are who?
ABC.
And we have how many companies? One, two,
3.
three, right? I can
Right.
say this in Urdu. हम एक हमारी तीन subsidiaries. हम एक हमारी तीन subsidiaries. We are the ones, and we own three subsidiaries. So the group consists of how many companies? The group consists of how many
Total
companies?
4 companies.
Total four companies, and this limit will be divided by 4, and we will get a new limit. In the threshold will revise. If the group of company information is given, the threshold will revise with the total number of group members. Total number of group members means hum is the part of the group. Hum means ABC will be the part of the group. Don't say three group members. We are also there. So the total group is what? For 4 companies. So the limit will be divided with 4. What answer you are getting?
We'll divide 1500,000 by 4.
Yes.
But these are not non-group.
Huh?
But they are group companies. So
Non-group dividend will come here, and non-group dividend will come here, and group companies total number will come here.
okay.
We are the one, and we have 3. So total we are 4. What is the new limit?
375,000.
Now very carefully. Sorry, I wrote it wrong. 375. Now what we will say is this AP is 1 million or no? And our threshold is no more 1500,000. The new threshold is this because of the group members. So my ABC in this case is a small company or large company, not as large or large. The scenario changes. The status of company, the data is same, but because we have group members, my threshold reduced, and now my threshold is 375,000, and my AP is 1 million, which is here. So I am a large company, and large company needs to pay tax in installments. Installments means this year end I will write complete, and the installment will begin from the end of the year or from the start of the year.
Start of the year.
14th of what? 7th month. January to 7th month is July.
July.
Then 3rd month, July is there, so
October.
then
October.
then
January and April.
then the liability was how much? Corporation tax liability, you just calculate it for me, no?
171,000.
This is total, no? So the divided by 4, one installment will be how much?
42750.
4 to divide by 4. This answer is my installment amount. So that's what is self administration for company. When company needs to submit the return, when company needs to pay its corporation tax liability, what is augmented profit? What is the impact of 51% group? This is what we learned today. Any questions, please ask me.
Okay, but what is the 375,000 which we divided by 4 for 4 companies?
No, this is the TTP, no? This is the TTP. That's the TTP. 900,000 was the TTP and 19% is the corporation tax percentage. So this 171,000 is the corporation tax liability. This you can say coincidence that this is also 4. This 4 is to get the per installment amount. This 4 is to get the per installment amount. This 4 is not the same of this 4. They are not same. They are not same. Okay.
Okay, but why did we calculate the 4 companies thing?
We didn't calculate for 4 companies. We just calculated for ABC. We just calculated and we just identify the dates for ABC Limited only. But ABC has investment in 3 more companies. So what tax authorities are saying that if you have invested in another company more than 51%, so you are the one and they are your subsidiaries. Total you are one, and if you owns in one company, you will be a 2 companies group. If you are a one and you have more companies, so हम एक हमारी दो. If you are the one and you have 3 companies, हम एक हमारी तीन. If you are one and you are owning 51% shareholding in 4 companies, तो हम एक हमारी चार. So this is how it works. And because of the group, total members of group, the threshold of 15 million, or you can say 1.5 million, this 15 lakhs threshold is going to reduce. The new threshold came because of this group is 375, and the augmented profit of ABC is more than 375. So ABC is a large company. So its corporation tax liability, which is 171,000, has to be paid in 4 equal installments. And one installment amount you just told me 42,750, and the dates will be from the beginning of the year, 7th, and then 333 months. That's what we discussed. That's you can say is the main area of tax administration for companies. If you will watch this video one more time, I will send you now, or if you practice the questions, I send you the handout as well, then it will be completely fine and you will inshallah memorize it inshallah. Okay, any other questions?